So, Raised by Wolves. Um, the story of Lilith is when Adam was created, there was a female created at the same time. Her name was Lilith. Um, they immediately started fighting. Uh, Questions about dominance, hierarchy, and whatnot. So she felt equal to Adam, if not superior. Adam felt equal to her, if not superior. Um, it was explained in like a debate about adult positions. Um, and yeah, it ended with they just can't get along. She spoke the name of God and flew into the sky. Um, and then Adam, actually, in the same text, it says that Adam wasn't. He didn't have his rib taken to create Eve. That's actually what he was told. They put him to sleep, created Eve, and then told him like, yeah, that's where Eve came from. She came from your rib. Um, and Lilith later came back, uh, killing kids and stuff. And interestingly, the thing that protected the kids from Lilith was amulets. So I think that the Mithraic amulets will have some significance too. Um, so, grandmother. I'm pretty sure she's Lilith. Uh, that's why when we first had her and father speak, that she was confused about them not being partners. Um, and in the preview for episode 8, she's clearly intended to be an intimidating force and what's to play out. So I think that once she takes the veil off and feels emotions for the first time, that she's going to realize that her service orientation is not necessary because she's superior to humans. She was talking about how they're uh, trying to rationalize everything as the reason that they can't understand the motives of soul. And so I think that there's a potential that when she was functioning as a shepherd previously, well, let's talk about shepherds for a second. The person or the animal that shepherded sheep are not the sheep's friend. They're not subordinate to the sheep. They manage the sheep with dominance and fear. And she self-identifies as a shepherd, not an ally. So I suspect that her relationship with humans was a bit rough. And I have some theories also. I guess I'll go ahead and touch on that a bit. So we saw when Marcus went down in the hole, encountered the prehistoric man-like creature, exposed it to Romulus's tooth, and it immediately devolved that creature. I think that has something to do with fixing the rationality part, and also the inevitability of humans to have war. I think that their role of preserving humanity forever could rationally play out to, well, the best way to preserve humanity is to devolve them to protect them from themselves, and potentially from the snakes as well, giving them the ability to live in subterranean climates and living in the acid ocean and whatnot. Could have a lot of utility if the surface of the planet is being managed by the snakes. So, I think there's something there, and I also think that Mother is going to have a rough episode. The veil, once it kills her emotions, she might do some things that make sense logically, but when you consider the emotional side of things, that some things might take a hit. We might see her acting in ways that are kind of unbecoming compared to the mother that we typically know. Um, One thing I'm really curious about is whether or not grandmother and soul are on the same side, because they could be. I don't think so, but they could be. Um, I think that they might be opposing forces, but the reality is that the only person on the planet who can contest mother is the serpent and grandmother. Um, are they on three different sides? I don't know. Um, if I had to guess, when the chips fall, you're going to have mother on the side of humans, father confused about his place in things because, he's had issues with mother. She's killed him, for example. But grandmother and him seem to have this connection. Um, I don't know how long or if he's going to realize that he kind of created a monster. Um, from the theological side of things, Adam and Lilith were never on the same side again after they had their falling out. Um, if they ever did have a falling out, though, Father is unaware of this, so we'll kind of have to wait and see. Um, but Lilith, uh, I don't know if I commented before, but she killed kids and newborns and infants, and she had resentment towards mankind. And a lot of the myths we have about succubuses and whatnot actually originate from the story of Lilith. Um, so I think that's going to be interesting watching that play out. The amulets. So the way that the children in the text was protected from Lilith was with amulets, and I think that um, Father in episode 6 or 7, talking about oh, you traded your amulet for that robot. And he's like, yeah, I mean, you said it was useless. It is, right? And then they made a joke out of it. Um, well, the amulet doesn't need maintenance to be useless. And then the robot flipped in the bird, and I thought that was great. Um, but I think that those amulets are going to be something that they wish they held on to. I think that if grandmother was on the side of the atheists in the end, because we know that she was created by them, but she never said necessarily that her current disposition is an ally of the atheists. Um, but if she is, I think that the Mithraic amulets were actually intended to protect the people that wore it from grandmother and maybe other people on her side or like her. Um, I think that Hunter's going to wish he didn't give that amulet away. And the amulets that were melted down to create the scalpel, I think, might prove to show that the scalpel is an effective weapon against grandmother. So maybe Campion or somebody could take out grandmother using the scalpel. I think that grandmother and father are going to be the center of the next episode with the side conflict of mother in number 7. Is she going to be able to do it once she has the veil? I don't know. I don't think the serpent's going to get killed in the next episode. In fact, I'm not even confident that Mother alone has the ability to do that at this point, because they essentially have the same weapon systems, but he has the advantage of size and impartiality. And yeah, I think the serpent is going to be quite the foe. Something else I wanted to comment on, the tree of knowledge. What would happen if mother or father ate some fruit from the tree of knowledge? What happens there? Maybe grandmother ate the fruit from the tree of knowledge previously, because obviously the seeds existed before now. Maybe that's how she became a bad guy. I don't know. Um, I just feel like there's some kind of allyship between her and Soul. Um, we'll see that. I guess on Thursday. Um, what do you guys think? You think I'm onto something here? Uh, like, comment, subscribe. I'll make more content if you want to hear some more, and I'm sure I'll do better after I get a little bit more practice. But thanks for listening. Have a good night.